Exactly. Okay, here's your read. This is the first clue. Alright. On a beautiful day, you take a deep breath of fresh morning air. You are walking and admiring the sights and sounds of nature. You hear the breeze rustling the trees, the birds chirping happily, the monkeys howling loudly, the elephant trumpeting, the seals barking. Your immense love of animals has brought you to a zoo today, and you are enjoying every bit of it. It's a very large zoo with a map that you have to constantly keep folding over and over to figure out where you are and where your destination is. After deploying some great origami skills, you are able to find your spot on the map. The closest animal displays are monkeys, gazelles, and koalas. You walk toward the one of your choice. Okay, so I'm at a zoo.
Is there more text afterwards?
Pick one animal and unfold it and continue reading. So you have to pick an animal?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's pick... I want to pick the koala.
Okay.
It's the koala, right?
Yeah, that's a koala.
Oh God, I feel like I'm going to break something.
No, it's okay if it drips. You just have to read it, even if it drips.
Okay. Are you
It's
sure?
fine, yeah, it's fine. As long as you're able to read it.
Okay. Alright. Okay. The koala cage is small with only one koala inside, but he is more active than an average koala and is hanging happily from the bars, staring adorably at people passing by. You approach it and start playing with it. It is so cute that you wish you can take it home with you. The label tells you that his name is Benji. It instantly reminds you of your dog from childhood. His name was Benji too. As you stand there playing with Benji, there is a sudden shaking of the ground. Something is happening. It feels like an earthquake. It is an earthquake. You stumble and grab hold of the cage, just like the koala. His emotions change in sync with yours. Both of you are confused and afraid. There is a large noise as nearby a tree is uprooted. Suddenly, just a few feet away, a huge ball of fire erupts and consumes the shrubbery. The fire is like a wall, and it is spreading from tree to tree. You know you have to run, but you can't leave this adorable creature here to die. The fire is spreading with unbelievable speed, and will be here in minutes. You look at the cage and find a hatch door with a big lock. Finding a bigger rock and start hammering at it. The fire is very close, and you almost give up before the lock breaks. Swinging the door open, you reach in and grab the koala, who latches onto you like a baby. Even in the state of fear and panic, you have a time to notice the snuggly feeling in your heart as Benji hugs you for dear life. With your new friend in your arms, you run off in the same direction as everyone else, away from the fire. A few paces down, you stop and look around. The animals in the cages look like they can use some help. The fire is approaching fast, and you only have enough time to break open one cage. Collect and safe keep the koala token. It represents the animal that is currently moving with you. Pick up an animal from the next set, unfold it, and continue reading. Is this my koala token?
Did you see it fall out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can open it.
5 points.
Yeah.
It's a little koala. Here.
Do you understand what that's for?
Yeah, the koala's
Okay.
holding on to me like a baby. So cute. What are these? I don't think it told me, did it? It doesn't tell me.
Just read the last part. Read the last few lines you read.
Collect and safekeep.
No, before that. Those are just instructions.
The fire is approaching fast and you only have enough time to break open one cage?
Yeah.
Okay, so, alright, I'll just save the snake.
Wanna save the snake?
Yeah.
Okay.
Snakes are cool, dude. What are my other options?
So there's a pig and there's a tiger. Pig and tiger.
Oh my god, is there enough time that's changed my mind?
Yeah, there's time.
I want to say
You don't want to save the snake?
Snakes are... Tigers
Are you sure you want us that tiger to come along with you?
I don't want a snake to come along with me.
It's up to you.
Oh wait, no, how's the tiger gonna come along with me? They walk... No, I'm taking the snake. Sorry.
What about the poor pig?
I'm not carrying a pig out of the fire.
He could run with you.
The tiger is gonna what, like walk alongside with me or
The
maul
snake can
everyone
walk.
else? Oh, my snake token.
Also, remember you get points.
Yeah.
So.
Haha, the exact reason I chose this. The easiest animal to rescue is the python in its glass display. It also looks like the most helpless one, without any arms or legs. It reminds you of your own pet snake that you lost during college. With your mind made up, you run to the large glass tank. Something big and heavy would be needed to get through the thick glass. Looking around you, you notice a nearby fire extinguisher in its display. It also has a glass to get through, so you break one glass to break another. As you're banging the fire extinguisher against the snake's display, you have a humorous thought of trying to put out the fire with it instead. But the oncoming wall of fire seems to laugh at it too as it gets closer and closer. I like that. The glass shatters with a crash and you scoop up the snake. You have a less easier time getting your other companion to accept this new travel partner. But when faced with an oncoming death, all creatures are easily convinced. The three of you continue your mad dash to escape the approaching inferno. Collect a snake token and add it to your group. The next objects represent an obstacle. Select one, unfold it, and continue reading. How many points did I get? 5 points.
Yeah, 5 points.
10 points. Alright, so these are obstacles?
Yeah.
Alright. So obviously, obstacle B is an easier obstacle because it's the letter
Okay.
B. Already got 5 points. You have no idea which direction the exit to the zoo is, but so far the path has been going straight. Suddenly, you come to a high metal fence that cuts across the entire path. It's a dead end. You turn around and see the wall of fire blocking any other escape, and it is approaching fast. You have to get through the fence somehow. Thankfully, up close you find a gate, but it is locked from the other side. There is no lock, instead only a latch is keeping the door shut, but you cannot reach it through the chain links. If only you could get someone on the other side to open it for you. If you have an animal with hands, you can send it over the fence. Continue reading. Otherwise, skip to the next paragraph. Okay, my animal has hands. The koala. Suddenly, you are aware of the small hands so desperately clinging to your neck for life. You can use these hands on the other side. I need you to save us, Benji, you tell him, looking into his eyes, hoping that he can understand English. Then you gently place him onto the fence and furiously start pointing at the latch on the other side. Benji looks at you for a moment, and then with surprising speed climbs over the gate. The latch is a little difficult to move, and for a second you think he will give up. But Benji comes through. With a creak, the latch slides and the door opens. By now the fire is again caught up to you, and there is no time for a proper thanks. You snatch up your companion and, giving him a quick kiss on his head, rush forward down the path. As soon as there is enough distance between you and the flames, you once again stop to save more animals' lives. Collect a point token, pick one animal from the next set, and unfold it and continue reading. Alright, I'm right.
You got 5 points for
Can I
being so
know
cool.
what these are? That's an alligator,
Yeah.
it's an elephant. Is this a rhinoceros?
That's a rhinoceros.
These are big animals.
Yes.
Well, who's gonna be useful escaping a zoo? I guess the rhinoceros, because you can like break fences. Alright, I'm gonna grab the rhinoceros. Come on,
Okay.
rhinoceros, I shall save you. I'm not quite sure how they get this open. I don't want to rip it.
It's not easy to get a rhinoceros to come with you.
Rhinoceroses are freaking huge.
This is a simulation of how hard it is.
Oh! This is my rhinoceros token. Okay. Whew, got the rhinoceros. In a large fenced area, you see a rhino standing by itself. It is standing by a gate off its enclosure. Wait. It is standing by a gate of its enclosure as if it knows it's the exit, but cannot get through. It has a defeated look to it, and it is what convinces you that this is the animal that needs your help. The large facial horn, or the popular aggressive nature, or rhinos, doesn't intimidate you anymore. You are filled with compassion for the strong, powerful animal, who seems to have given up. You run to the gate, try the old smashing a large rock on the lock strategy to get him out. The rhino watches as if saying, "Smashing? That's what I love to do." As soon as the door breaks open, the rhino trots out. Reaching the path, he starts striding as if it knows where it's going. You run after it with the other animals. The confidence of your new friend convinces you that you will all make it out safely at last. Collect the rhino token, open the next piece, and continue reading. Awesome. Ooh, 10 points because it's a rhinoceros.
Yes.
So I have 25 points.
And you can, at any time, you can see all the animals that are walking
Yeah.
with you.
These are all
Okay.
with me. These two are like hanging on to me, and this one's just running away, and I'm following it.
Yeah, so now here's another obstacle.
Obstacles. Ooh, obstacles. C is usually the answer. Ahem. You run for a while, and suddenly things start opening out. The path widens, and suddenly you are at the front entrance of the zoo. This is it, you can escape. But relief turns to despair as you see that the gate is closed and is on fire itself. What is going on, you think to yourself. Things don't make any sense. But either way, you are stuck in this nightmare. You look back. You look back and you can see the fire is still progressing towards you with vigor. The fact that there are no trees or bushes as it gets closer to the gate doesn't seem to matter to it much. It stays just as bright and is moving fast. You have to find a way to get through this gate. If you have an animal with power of 10 or more, continue reading, otherwise skip to the next paragraph.
Yeah, good job.
Alright, I have a rhinoceros, so here we go. The gate is too large to send anyone over it, and it is on fire. You refuse to believe that you came all this way just to fail. But it is starting to feel like the truth. It is starting to feel like the truth as the temperature around you starts rising. Suddenly, you see a huge form ram the gate. You realize that the huge animal that you had just rescued has found his strength. He rams the gate multiple times, the fire not affecting its thick skin. Suddenly, the gate breaks open and you are free. You and your animal friends rush out into the world to safety. You cannot believe, but you have made it through this unbelievable ordeal.
That's it?
I made it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Do I win?
So now, hold on. So now this.
Do I get any points for that? No?
No. No, the points for the rhinoceros.
Okay.
Now these are your endings.
25. Okay.
So how many points do you have?
I have 25 points. That's like
Okay,
off
so then
the
this
charts.
Yeah.
Off the charts.
So then
man.
this is your ending.
10 to 15.
Yeah.
25. After your rescue, you were taken to the hospital, but there was nothing to worry about. The nurses couldn't get enough of your survival story and kept asking you to repeat it. The reporters kept coming one after another, and pretty soon you became the famous Animal Kid. The story of a person maneuvering through a burning zoo with animal companions becomes very famous. It turned into a movie, with major changes made, of course. In it, you escape with no less than 15 animals. I'm okay with that. The zoo had personally thanked you for your selfless attempts at rescuing the animals. As a reward, they let you keep Benji, who had refused to leave your arms for hours after the ordeal. Aw, Benji. The cause of the fire is determined to be a huge gas leak following a small earthquake. Why the zoo had such huge stores of propane gas is still being determined, but you couldn't care less. You are happy to be safely home and glad to have Benji with you. Neither of you could have survived without the other. The end. I win! I'm glad I have Benji too.
Yeah.
I'm glad I brought the rhinoceros.
Yeah, man, remember you were all getting the tiger to come with you?
Yeah, there's a
What
tiger.
do you think would have happened if you got the tiger?
If I got the tiger, well, it would run away and kill all the other people at the zoo.
Yeah, same with
Maybe
the
attack
alligator.
me.
If you took the alligator,
It would have
you
attacked me.
or it could have. It could have been a much sadder ending.
Oh, Benji!
Maybe it would.
I like
It would go for
Benji.
something.
You can go.
Imagine if you didn't take Benji from the beginning.
What was my first option? My first set of
There
options
was
had
The
Benji
deer,
and the deer.
koala, and the monkey.
I guess the monkey would have also been helpful.
Yeah.
What was the if I chose like the deer would just run away, I assume. And then I picked like the tiger, and that would run away too. And then the elephant that just sprints away. And I'd just be running through a zoo by myself.
Okay, so I have to ask you a few other questions.
Yes.
What did you feel about the control of the story
The control?
that you had? Like what did you feel about your involvement and like the control of where it was heading?
I think I had a lot of control throughout. Like every single time. It's not even like I only got to choose the animals, but then there would be like different
Okay.
obstacles I could do too. And that happened twice, right? There was like 2,
Yeah.
and then there's the 3 obstacles.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I think I had
Alright.
control.
What about anything to say about these points and stuff?
The points?
Yeah.
It makes sense that the rhino has 10 points. I mean,
Okay.
Also, I got 25 points in the last card.
Yeah, you did pretty good.
10 to 15.
There was an option for the ending for 0 to 5 points. So imagine
Is this
if
like
you
the
had
worst
that.
ending?
Yeah.
Can I see what it says?
Okay.
I mean, I got a
You can
movie.
read it.
Can I read it?
Yeah.
I like how it says that I had a movie made about me, but of course it was changed because all movies
Yeah.
just change it up. The firefighters arrive and get you out, so I didn't even escape. The firefighters came and got me. The firefighters arrive and get you out. You are taken to the hospital and stay there for a while. Your system is in shock and you need all the care you can get. The nurses can't get enough of your survival story and keep asking you to repeat it. Every retelling makes you feel worse, and then the reporters show up. Through them, you are able to find out that what had happened. You find out what had happened. The cause of this fire is determined to be a huge gas leak following a small earthquake for unexplained reasons. The zoo had large amounts of propane which exploded during the earthquake and caused the giant fireball to spread. Why the zoo had such stores of propane gas is still being determined, but you couldn't care less. All you want to do is rest and put this whole thing behind you. But something tells you that you will never be able to the end. Oh, that's depressing.
And also, if you didn't have the rhinoceros, you should read that part. The second paragraph.
And if all of your animals are less than power 10,
Yeah.
the fire behind you is getting closer, and it seems very likely that you will not make it out now. You approach the gate, but cannot even get close enough to touch it. The heat is just too much. Tired and defeated, you fall to the ground. Nothing has gone right today. And then something does.
Because it's already something else has happened that you don't even know if you're at this
Nothing has
point.
gone right. Is there
Yeah,
fire
more stuff
in the
that's
zoo?
happened to you.
Nothing has gone right today. But then something does. You feel a drop of water on you, and then another. Suddenly there are thousands of water drops all around you. It starts raining. You get up and start laughing. The drizzle turns to pouring rain. You and your friends are drenched. Puddles form and then turn to little rivers. You've never been more happy to see rain. You look back and the fire is finally dying down. The gate is put out completely. You can walk out. You are saved.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. But I like the rhino bashing through it more.
Yeah.
That's cooler.
Alright.
Alright.
Good job.
Thanks.